There's a strange kind of wisdom in the things we overlook, the plain, the quiet, the seemingly ordinary. And yet, it's often the ordinary that holds the most extraordinary power. The Tao isn't something flashy. It isn't something loud or something to prove. It's not chasing goals or clinging to virtue for applause. It's the steady drumbeat of alignment with the way things are. It's the return, not the reaching. Laozi tells us that true words aren't beautiful, and beautiful words aren't always true, that those who truly know don't speak much, and those who speak too much don't really know. We live in a world where everybody wants to be seen, wants to be admired, wants to carve their name into the stone of this moment. But the Tao reminds us that the most powerful influence is often invisible, uncarved, unbranded, unbothered. That's why this final chapter of the Tao Te Ching is so profound, because it doesn't conclude with a grand gesture, and it concludes by returning to what has always been true. Chapter 81 of the Tao Te Ching. True words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not true. The good are not argumentative. The argumentative are not good. Knowers do not generalize. Generalists do not know. Sages do not accumulate anything but give everything to others, having more the more they give. The way of heaven helps and does not harm. The way for humans is to act without contention. The Tao doesn't teach you how to become something. It teaches you how to remember what you already are. It's not about becoming enlightened, but about remembering the light. Not about striving for perfection, but about yielding to your original wholeness. We've journeyed through mountains and rivers in these lessons, through paradoxes and poetry, strategy and softness. And now we arrive back where we started, at the source, at the silence beneath the sound, at the spirit beneath the striving. Let's take a deeper breath together, because if there's one message this chapter is whispering, it's this: return to the uncarved gift that is your life. You don't have to prove your worth. You are the worth. You don't have to chase abundance. You are the field where abundance grows. You don't have to demand love. You are love before it's named. That's what the Tao means when it says the wise man does not hoard. By giving to others, he gains more. By serving, he grows strong. Can you feel the paradox? The more we release, the more we gain. The more we soften, the more resilient we become. The more we return to simplicity, the more profound our lives feel. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I met an old calligrapher in a quiet village temple. He barely spoke. His clothes were simple. His hands, worn with age, moved with quiet precision as he brushed character after character onto blank parchment. I asked him what the characters meant. He said, "The same things I wrote 50 years ago." And when I asked him why he kept writing them every morning, he smiled and said, "Because I keep forgetting." Then he looked at me and added, "But the forgetting is part of the practice. The brush brings me back. That's the Tao. You're not here to perfect it. You're here to return to it again and again. Each breath is a chance to realign. Each step, an opportunity to walk the invisible path. Each day, a chance to live less carved and more complete. This is the root of all meditative practice. Not to gain something, but to give up what's false. Not to polish the ego, but to wear it down until something softer shines through. So what is the uncarved gift? It's the part of you that was never damaged by disappointment. It's the spark in you that was never touched by failure. It's the awareness in you that watches patiently as your mind dances with worry. It's the still center, the soft knowing, the breath before the thought. We don't need to make the Tao spectacular. It already is. We just need to stop ignoring it. And this is the invitation at the end of our journey, to live from this place, to allow the Tao to not just be a concept we explore, but a companion we walk with. It's not something you visit, it's something you embody. The Tao isn't a tool to fix your life. It's the mirror that reflects who you were before life told you who to be. In a world that's obsessed with carving more attention, more identity, and more significance, the Tao gives us something radical, less. And in the less, we find more space, more stillness, more truth, You don't need to push harder. You need to soften more. You don't need to hold on tighter. You need to let go more. You don't need to fight the current, and you need to float in its flow. What would happen if, starting today, you stopped trying to be better and started remembering who you really are? What would happen if your life wasn't measured by progress, but by presence? What if you didn't have to win the moment, but simply be with it, feel it, honor it, learn from it, let it pass like a cloud drifting across your inner sky? That's what this is inviting you to do, to come back to what's been here all along, to realize that everything you've been chasing might already be within reach, or better yet, already within you. Let's pause here, breathe, let it land, and when you're ready, you'll keep going. Remember, the end of the journey is not some grand peak waiting to be climbed. It's the soft return to stillness. The uncarved gift we've spoken of is your original self, before titles, before trauma, before tension. That self is not far from you. It's not hidden behind some 1,000-hour practice or found in a cave on the other side of the world. It's here, now, waiting for you to notice the quiet, to welcome the breath, to listen again to what was always speaking through silence. The Tao never left you, but we often leave ourselves. We drift toward proving, performing, persuading, until exhaustion sets in. And in that exhaustion, if we're lucky, we pause. And in the pause, we return. That return is what this chapter and this entire journey is about. Laozi's final offering is not some new technique or secret key. It's a reminder that the Tao was never meant to be a system to master. It's a current to follow. It's a rhythm to join. It's a way of seeing that makes even the smallest act sacred, because when you live in harmony with the Tao, everything matters. How you breathe, how you eat, how you listen to your child when they're telling a story you've heard 100 times, how you bow your head at the end of the day, not in defeat, but in quiet gratitude for one more chance to live awake. And if you've absorbed the 81 teachings, you've seen the pattern. Over and over, the Tao teaches us that the strong bend, the full cup spills, the wise yield, the loudest voice is not the deepest truth, and the world's values often flip the real ones upside down. So what happens when you reorient yourself toward what's real? What happens when you no longer chase the carved image of success, but rest into your own uncarved truth? Life slows, simplicity returns, and joy, not the hyped kind, but the steady, warm kind, rises like the morning sun. I remember speaking with a woman who had read The Yielding Warrior. She had spent 40 years working in high-pressure sales, always moving, always grinding ways. And she told me, I built the life I thought I was supposed to love, but I was always anxious. Then she said something I'll never forget. I didn't need a new life. I needed a new way to live my life. That's what this Tao journey gives you. Not an escape from the world, but a new orientation to it. A new spine in how you move. A deeper breath in how you show up. A more honest rhythm in how you lead and love and let go. And from this new way, everything improves. Relationships become more honest. Your health stabilizes. Creativity flows. You stop wasting energy trying to be who you think people need you to be, and start drawing strength from who you actually are. This is the greatest gift of all, to return, to live your life as you, fully, simply, congruently. And from that place, you no longer have to inspire people with words. Your presence becomes the teaching. Your stillness becomes the signal. Your daily practice becomes the lighthouse others see and follow. So I'll leave you with one final breath practice, one last ritual you can begin immediately. Each evening before bed, sit at the edge of your mattress or on the floor and take 10 slow breaths. With each inhale, silently say, I return. With each exhale, say, to what matters. Let your day dissolve. Let your mind quiet. Let your body receive the stillness. No apps, no agenda, just you, your breath, and the Tao that never left you. This is how the teachings take root, not through grand awakenings, but in small, sacred repetitions, breath by breath, step by step, returning over and over to your center. And as we bring this series to a close, know this. You don't need to keep collecting teachings to feel whole. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You don't need to wait to start because you're already here. And here it is enough. Now it's time to live it, to embody the yielding path, to lead from stillness, to love without needing control, to practice in such a way that you're no longer trying to get somewhere, but becoming more of who you already are. That is the Tao made flesh. And if this journey spoke to you, if you felt something shift as we walk through all 81 of these timeless teachings, then don't keep it to yourself. Like the page, share the video, subscribe to the channel, not for algorithms, but so that others can feel this return too. So we can build a world rooted not in pressure, but in presence, not in force, but in flow, not in ego, but in essence. The Tao doesn't end here. It only begins, again, with you.